There are some who enjoy the emotion of fear, especially in the context of things like watching a scary movie or going on a roller coaster. But if we look in the New Testament, there are at least a few places where we get the indication that there is an appropriate fear that we should have, and that is toward God. If you look in Acts chapter 10, verses 34 and 35, the Apostle Peter speaks to Cornelius and his household, and he says, "Now Peter opened his mouth and said, 'In truth I comprehended that God is not one who shows partiality, but in every nation he who fears him and is working righteousness is acceptable to him.'" Having a fear of God is a part of what one needs to have to be acceptable to him. But this idea is not found only here in Acts 10. If you look in Colossians chapter 3, verse 22, the Apostle Paul tells the Colossians, "The bondservants, be obedient according to all things, those who are your lords according to the flesh, not in your eye services like men pleasers, but in clarity of heart, fearing God." Again, in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17, the Apostle Peter says, "Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king." This idea of fearing God is found not only in these passages, but if you turn to near the end of the Bible, in Revelation chapter 19, verse 5, we again find the necessity to fear God. "And a voice came forth from the throne, saying, 'Praise our God, all his bondservants, and those who fear him, the least and the greatest.'" This text is important for us because it does show us that not only are individuals such as the least among us, those who may be considered to be less than others, people who are maybe like garbage men or street sweepers, they may be thought of as the least, but also the greatest among us, such as kings and presidents, need to also have a fear of God. And I encourage all of us to have just that. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and have a nice day.